What's up, future investment banking legends? Welcome back to Bankers Bootcamp, where we turn finance dreams into Wall Street reality. Here's a shocking truth that nobody talks about. You could be a mathematical genius. You could know every DCF formula by heart. You could have the perfect GPA from the most prestigious university. But if you can't communicate effectively, you will never make it in the investment banking. Period. I'm talking about 90% of brilliant candidates who get rejected not because they lack technical skills, but because they fail one crucial test. Can you explain complex financial concepts in a way that makes sense? Today we are diving deep into why communication isn't just important, it's everything. Listen up, because what I'm about to tell you will shake your understanding of investment banking recruitment. Communication is the foundation of every single IB role. Whether you are a first-year analyst pulling all-nighters on pitch books or a managing director closing billion-dollar deals, your success depends on this one thing: your ability to communicate complex ideas with clarity and impact. Here's what the industry leaders won't tell you. Investment banking is not just about crunching numbers. It's about persuasion. It's about influence. It's about building trust. Every single day, you will need to convince clients to make multi-million-dollar decisions, present complex financial models to executives who have just 30 seconds of attention span, explain valuation methodologies to stakeholders who don't even understand finance, negotiate deal terms where every word matters. The primary job skill of investment banking is persuading and convincing. If you can't sell an idea, you can't sell anything. And if you can't sell, you don't belong in this industry. Now let me address the elephant in the room. I know many of you come from diverse linguistic backgrounds. Some YouTube channels explain concepts in Hindi or regional languages. And trust me, there's nothing wrong with learning in your mother tongue initially. But, and this is a massive but, the language of global finance is English. Every major investment bank, from Goldman Sachs to Morgan Stanley, operates primarily in English. Even Deutsche Bank, which is a German one, uses English as its primary language. Here's why this matters more than you think. Interview reality check. When you walk into that Goldman Sachs interview, they won't care if you understand enterprise value in Hindi. They want to hear you explain it fluently in English, using the exact terminologies, the keywords they use every day. Client communication. Your clients will be international. Your colleagues will be global. The deals you will work on will span continents. English isn't just preferred, it's mandatory. Professional credibility. Nothing destroys your credibility faster than struggling to articulate financial concepts in the language of business. You need to sound like you belong in that room. The bottom line: master the keywords, master the delivery, master the language, or master the art of being rejected. Not all English is created equal in investment banking. Here are the 4 communication styles that separate the hired from the fired. Technical precision English. This isn't conversational English. You need to speak in exact financial terminology. When you say EBITDA multiple, it should roll off your tongue like a native speaker. Practice pronouncing these financial keywords correctly. Executive summary English. Investment bankers communicate in bullet points, not essays. Learn to speak in structured, concise points. Your answers should follow 1, 2, 3 framework. First point, evidence, impact. Second point, evidence, impact. Done. Presentation English. You will spend 40% of your time presenting. Your English need to be confident, clear, and compelling. Practice speaking without filler words. No or like. Every word must add value. Crisis communication English. When deals go wrong, and they will, you need to communicate with absolute clarity under extreme pressure. This is English at stress level 100. And you need to be fluent at this level. Here's your step-by-step action plan to develop investment banking level communication. Daily practice routine. Morning, 30 minutes. Read Financial Times FT or Wall Street Journal out loud. Practice pronouncing financial terms using pronunciation tools. Record yourself explaining one financial concept daily. Evening, 45 minutes. Watch CNBC or Bloomberg and repeat what the analysts say. Practice the elevator pitch. Explain complex topics in 60 seconds. Shadow professional presentations on YouTube. Weekly deep dive. Join Toastmasters or similar speaking groups. Practice mock interviews with friends in English only. Record yourself giving a 5-minute presentation on market trends. Financial English vocabulary mastery. You must know these terms by heart and pronounce them perfectly. Enterprise value versus equity value. Free cash flow versus operating cash flow. WACC, which is weighted average cost of capital. LBO, leveraged buyout. DCF, discounted cash flow. EBITDA, earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. Practice until you can explain each in under 30 seconds with perfect pronunciation. These 3 questions will determine your fate. Here's how to nail them. Tell me about yourself. The wrong way? I'm from Mumbai, I studied finance, I like numbers. The right way? I'm a finance professional with a passion for capital markets and M&A advisory. During my internship at XYZ firm, I developed financial models that directly contributed to a $50 million acquisition. I am particularly drawn to investment banking because it combines my analytical skills with my ability to solve complex problems for high-growth companies. Structure, current situation, key achievement, why IB, value you bring. 3 strengths and 3 weaknesses. Strengths framework, analytical skills. I excel at breaking down complex financial problems. For example, attention to detail. I have a track record of error-free financial modeling. Communication. I can explain complex concepts simply as demonstrated when. Weakness framework. Never say I work too hard. Instead, I sometimes over-prepare for presentations, but I have learned to balance thoroughness with efficiency. I used to struggle with delegating, but I have developed better team management skills. I am naturally introverted, but have pushed myself to become more comfortable with client presentations. Now, there will be something which is a question for the interviewer. Avoid what's the salary or how many hours do you work. Instead, ask what's the most challenging aspect of current market environment for your team. Can you describe a recent transaction you worked on and what made it particularly interesting? How does your team approach professional development for junior bankers? What trends do you see shaping the M&A landscape in the next 12 months? Your behavior in that interview room will determine everything. Here's the non-negotiable conduct code. Physical presence. Arrive 15 minutes early, never late. Firm handshake with eye contact. Sit up straight, lean slightly forward to show engagement. Maintain eye contact 70% of the time. No fidgeting, no pen clicking, no leg shaking. Verbal presence. Speak at a measured pace, not rushed. Use the interviewer's name occasionally. Pause before answering complex questions. It shows thoughtfulness. If you don't know something, say, I don't have that information, but here's how I would approach finding it. Mental presence. Stay calm under pressure. Show genuine enthusiasm for the firm and the role. Demonstrate you have researched their recent deals. Follow up within 24 hours with a thank you note. Here are the insider secrets that separate accepted from the rejected. First, the so what factor. Every time you make a statement, ask yourself, so what? Don't just say you built a financial model. Say you built a financial model that identified a $10 million in cost saving leading to deal approval. Impact matters more than action. Second, story banking. Create a story bank of 10 professional experiences you can adapt to any behavioral question. Each story should have situation, challenge, action, result, learning. Practice until you can tell each story in exactly 90 seconds. Third, the mirror technique. Subtly mirror your interviewer's communication style. If they speak formally, match their tone. If they are more casual, adapt accordingly, but never lose your professionalism. Fourth, technical to business translation. Always connect technical concepts to business impact. Don't just explain what a DCF is. Explain why it matters for strategic decision-making and value creation. Fifth, the follow-up framework. Your post-interview communication is crucial. Send a personalized thank you note email within the 24 hours mentioning one specific discussion point from your conversation. You can send this on LinkedIn as well. This shows active listening and genuine interest. Here's the brutal truth. Investment banking will test every aspect of your communication skills. You will present to billion-dollar CEOs, negotiate with the hostile counterparts, and explain complex strategies under intense pressure. Your communication skills aren't just part of your toolkit, they are your toolkit. The candidates who get hired aren't necessarily the smartest in the room. In fact, they are the ones who can make the smartest people in the room understand exactly what they are thinking. So, here's your challenge. Starting today, speak only in English when discussing finance. Practice explaining each and every concept you learn to someone who doesn't know finance. Record yourself, critique yourself, improve yourself. Because in investment banking, your voice isn't just how to communicate, it's how to dominate. Drop a comment below with one financial concept you're going to practice explaining perfectly this week. And if this video just changed your perspective on IB success, smash that like button and subscribe for more brutal truths that will transform your career. Remember, in investment banking, those who can't communicate don't communicate. They get eliminated. Until next time, keep grinding, keep growing, and keep communicating your way to the top.